Las Vegas, Minnesota and Las Vegas played the lowest-scoring NFL game in 16 years, with Greg Joseph's 36-yard field goal with 1:57 left giving the Vikings a 3-0 victory over the Raiders on Sunday. It was the first 3-0 game since Pittsburgh beat Miami on November 26, 2007, the third in the past 40 years and the seventh in the Super Bowl era. Joseph's kick ensured the game wouldn't end regulation scoreless for the first time since the New York Giants played the host Detroit Lions to a 0-0 tie on November 7, 1943. The Vikings, 7-6, had just 230 total yards, and the Raiders, 5-8, losers of 3 in a row, were limited to 201 yards and 9 first downs. Minnesota beat an AFC West opponent for the first time this season after going 0-3. It was Minnesota's first shutout since defeating the Packers 16-0 on December 23, 2017 and the first blanking of Las Vegas since its 24-0 loss to New Orleans on October 30, 2022. Nick Mullens relieved a struggling Joshua Dobbs at quarterback and led the Vikings on their lone scoring drive. His 22-yard completion to Jordan Addison to the Raiders' 20 set up Joseph's kick. Ivan Pace intercepted Raiders quarterback Aidan O'Connell on the next drive. The Raiders managed to get the ball back with 7 seconds remaining, but couldn't pull off a desperation final play. The Vikings lost wide receiver Justin Jefferson, the 2022 AP Offensive Player of the Year, in the second quarter to a chest injury. He was taken to a hospital, Fox Sports reported on its telecast. This was Jefferson's first game back after missing the previous 7 because of a hamstring injury. Las Vegas lost running back Josh Jacobs to a knee injury in the fourth quarter. Jacobs led the NFL in rushing last season with 1,653 yards. He had rushed for more than 100 yards in 2 of the prior 3 games. Neither team scored in the first half, the second time that happened Sunday. The Texans-Jets game also was 0-0 at intermission. According to Fox, it was the first time since October of 1998 that 2 games were scoreless at halftime on the same day. Minnesota came closest to scoring, but Joseph missed a 49-yard field goal with 5:32 remaining in the half. That was the Vikings' only first-half drive into Las Vegas territory, matching the number by the Raiders. Las Vegas looked as if would finally break the deadlock early in the second half when Hunter Renfrow picked up 38 yards on a catch and run to the Vikings' 11. However, Renfrow fumbled 3 players later, and Mekhi Blackmon recovered for Minnesota. The Vikings entered the game with a league-high 18 forced fumbles. The game remained scoreless entering the fourth quarter, the first time that has happened since Week 17 of the 2017 season when the Cowboys and Eagles faced each other. It's the first time the Raiders have ever been involved in such a game and the second for the Vikings. November 14, 1971 against the Packers was the other.